This life is a great test for us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is testing the best of His creation. Why is it the case that it's so prominent in our lives, and everywhere we look we see sin and the availability of sin? And the reason is quite simple, that this life is a great test for us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is testing the best of His creation. And this sin is an opportunity for you to prove yourself. At every opportunity you have to use your own faculties, you have to use your own intellect, your own wisdom, your own knowledge, with your own volition, with your own free will. You have to make that decision. In universities, in colleges, in your schools, in your home, when you're alone, on the internet, wherever you are, on the bus, wherever. Shaitan is constantly firing arrows of sins at your eyes, at your stomach. Be aware of that. When you're walking through the haram, you see the scholars, they will have their heads down because they know the shaitan is firing arrows. The other part of this is that we should be very careful about glorifying sins. Let's say, for example, a person has sinned and he's done tawbah and he's asked Allah for forgiveness, but now he goes around telling everybody, oh, I had this sin. You know, I had this sin. This thing I did. Now, he might be saying it innocently, but actually it has a detrimental effect. You know, in advertising, if you keep repeating something, you begin to believe it, right? Even if it's not true. Like, this is the best product, and then, oh, that's the best product. So the same thing applies to the sins. That we should not be glorifying sins, like going around telling everybody. In fact, in Islam, we don't even have the concept of confession, that you go to a Mulana, say, oh, forgive me Mulana, for I have sinned, like the Christians do. They go to a priest and they say, forgive me, and how many Hail Marys and how much money do I need to give, and then they're forgiven. Our concept of tawbah is your direct connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do tawbah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't go through an intermediary to say, oh, I will tell you all of my sins and then I'll be forgiven.